somebody rode through the daycare.
There's 4 kids on the car.
Yeah, kill some kids. Those are kids.
Oh no!
Yeah, those are kids. If you're a nurse, I would go ask them if they need help.
Hello, America, and to our friends around the world, greetings. Chatham, Illinois. A woman uses a vehicle to end the lives of 4 children. A woman has drove her car through a daycare and after-school camp, resulting in multiple injuries and the deaths of several children, as stated by Roz Alerts on X. I've looked at other websites for their news coverage, and they are playing the pronoun game. And as we are very well aware of, the news hides when it's a woman or it's a minority. If it's a white man, they make certain that you know everything about him, including where he went to kindergarten. At this time, multiple emergency personnel are on the scene in Chatham, Illinois, after police reported that a woman driving a vehicle struck several children outside a building before crashing through it and exiting on the other side. From what I've read, not only did she take out 3 that were already outside, but an additional 4th that was inside the building. Their age ranges were from 4 years of age to 18 years of age. All 4 have died. 6 others injured. Some are medevaced, as you saw with the medevac helicopter on scene. The driver, who should have been shot on sight, was also transported to the hospital for evaluation. No, I'm done. Women are out of control. This is a violence. This is malicious violence. This is a woman who was intent to take these children out, and she needs to be treated as such, as an enemy combatant committing either a domestic terrorist act on American soil or is a foreign enemy combatant and needs to be treated as such. And the longer society continues to coddle these awfuls, affluent Western feminist leftists, the more this is going to continue happening. Women are H-bent on taking out as many unsuspecting, non-prepared, non-mature individuals. And they're protected by the just us system. As I've said repeatedly, when you have a school teacher in Illinois right next to Ohio, or excuse me, a school teacher in Ohio right next to Illinois, Emily Nutley, who smiles as she walks into court to the woman judge, Jenny from the bench branch. Do you smile when you're facing 10 years? No, you smile when you've made a deal to take probation. Here's a photo of the backside of the woman suspected of driving a rogue Jeep that plowed through the YNOTs. That's Y as in Yankee, N as in November, O as in Oscar, T as in Tango, after school camp in Chatham, Illinois. For anyone who's connected to any of the victims, my condolences and sympathies for those who have died and those who have been injured and traumatized. Nothing's safe, nothing's sacred. You cannot allow your children to be involved with any of these institutions anymore. You can't keep them in schools because you're going to have Emily Nutley graping them and smiling as she changes her plea from not guilty to guilty. You're going to have this woman driving her rogue Jeep. The only thing rogue about it is her not being stopped with a object of penetrating and force stopping power. Police apprehended the driver and a DUI is suspected. One victim was airlifted as injuries continue to mount. This was approximately 4 to 5 hours ago. It's 8:30 or so in the evening Pacific time. So what is that? 3 hours difference. So we're looking at 11:30 Illinois, and this happened around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening there. These women are criminal. I mean, they've got the Apple Watch, right? That provides biometric data. There needs to be a law passed that mandates that each woman must be required to have biometrics scanned 24/7 without exception. And anytime there's a deviation, law enforcement arrives, SWAT team alerted, maybe even let SWAT team respond first because most likely they're taking a child's life. And you think I'm being, you know, colorful or flamboyant or whatever with my verbiage. Well, looky here. Eric Daughtry, among others, New York Times, female pilot in the DC helicopter crash. Remember that air traffic incident over DC where the helicopter killed 70 passengers from, if I'm not mistaken, from Kansas. There's your mass murderer. Look familiar? Yeah, it's a woman. She was given several warnings, but ignored them. She was a deliberate and violent murderer or murderess. That's a serial killer, folks. You've got Melody Johnson, you've got Angela Burimova, you've got Emily Nutley, you've got this pathetic excuse as a army officer. Anybody who put her up to become an officer, who sponsored her to be an officer, needs to be investigated. And all through, whoever passed her, promoted her, signed her, what was it, OPRs, officer performance reviews. All of them need to be subject to courts martial. That's 70 people's, that's 70 bodies that the blood on their hands. And now you've got this woman in Illinois, in Chatham, Illinois, just deciding to plow right through a daycare. Oh, but she was drunk. It's okay. It's like that stupid meme, the PSA, the public service announcement. Jack and Jill were drinking. Jack and Jill had sex. Jill couldn't consent. She's an adult. She's a flippin' adult over the age of 21, and she put herself in that situation. We need to stop with this nonsense because if you don't stop with this nonsense, somebody's going to start doing it, and they're already doing it in Italy. It's not going to take long before it spreads elsewhere throughout Europe and other regions of the world. America is isolated by two oceans, but we're the ones who are promoting this degeneracy of, oh, no matter how stupid she is, no matter how many left feet she's got, she needs to be the pilot. Grow up, because you've got 4 kids with their blood on your hands who will never get to grow up as a result.